Hey guys, it's been a while. It's the Auto Guys. It's Desmond and
Matt.
we apologize for not being able to make any videos this winter. It's been rough. Dealerships have been slim on their options.
Yeah, around here, we don't have a lot of huge dealerships like some other states do that have more to pick from. So we've had a hard time finding decent inventory to review. We're hoping that's going to change this year.
Yep. We just went to a car show in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, right?
Newington.
Newington.
Seacoast Cars and Coffee, and we took a look around. So we'll show you guys what we came up with.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
We had a lot of fun and a lot of cool cars. And
Really nice. Yeah, it's an earlier third generation vet. It's probably like a 68, 69 maybe. Oh, it's a 454 too. Nice. Love it. LS5. I think the earlier versions of these third generation Corvettes look so much better than the later. There we go.
keep drooling.
I know, well, if I had a third gen vet, this would be it. Like, my dad has a 78, but it's nowhere near as cool as the earlier ones. This is sweet too. Love these ridiculous colors.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's so awesome. Yeah.
So clean inside.
Yeah. These things look so good. Yeah, even a GT would be fun, you know. 5.0. Yeah. One of my favorite Toyotas right there, the MR2. Mid-engine, hopefully it's an MR2 turbo. She's looking a little rough, but... Oh, it's got a V6 swap. Huh. And that's a 2GR swap too, so that's the modern 3.5 V6. These never came with a V6. Somebody swapped that in there. These were 4-cylinder cars. So this is a 2GR V6 out of probably either like a Camry or a Lexus, swapped into the back of this car. So this was probably originally a 4-cylinder naturally aspirated car. I'm sure the V6 makes it pretty exciting to drive. Supposedly, you know, you could do a V6 swap on one of these with not too much work. But as you can tell, working on this car is tight. These originally came with like a 2.2 liter, which is the same thing you'd get in a Camry. So you get a cool looking car, but you don't get much cool under the hood. Unless you got the turbo version of this. They did come with a turbo version, but they go for way more money.
Yeah.
So what's the next best thing? Swap a V6 in. That is fucking sexy right there.
Yeah, brother works for me. My brother's brother-in-law.
I do like the black with sort of the flat stripes. That looks good. That is a huge engine. 572 cubic inch V8. That would be like 10 liters. This thing is completely modernized, I could tell. It has tubular A-arm, front suspension. Look how close that steering rack is to the headers.
Holy.
It's got air conditioning, and I'm just curious. No, it is still carbureted. This is awesome. Let's see what kind of transmission we got. Oh boy, we got a manual. And of course, not a 4-speed, looks like a 6-speed swap. This is nicely done. Nicely done. Oh, these first gen Camaros look fantastic. On the low side, this engine would be about 620 horsepower. The lowest horsepower version of this crate engine is 620. But this, if this is the other version, it would be 720. So either way, the power level is pretty ridiculous. It's an old Triumph TR3, yeah, TR3. Pretty cool. These are really rare cars. They're mid-engine. These cars go for pretty big money now. So yeah, the engine's in the middle. It's a Ford engine. It says De Tomaso, but it's a Ford 351. They come with, then they have a German-built gearbox right here.
Yeah.
And then these things are amazing. See how the engine's just planted right in the middle? These, I think, were designed to like kind of compete with the other European sports cars. These originally, if I read the history correctly, were supposed to have a different drivetrain from AMC, but I think AMC actually screwed these guys over or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Just spotted this beauty. Of course, this is all plastic.
Well, yeah, that's what everything's made of now.
I'd own one, but is it worth it compared to the original?
Well, no, the original's way cooler.
Hours of YouTube videos featuring these type of things.
Good old Tacoma. No, not even a Tacoma. It's a. What version of Toyota is this? The T100?
No, no, this is just an old pickup.
Just an old pickup.
This thing's clean. Love the interior. So basic. Four-wheel drive, the way it used to be, manual locking hubs.
This looks like the same type of truck that was in, not Fast and Furious, but
Back to the Future?
Back to the Future. Yeah.
Marty's truck.
Yeah.
His was a little newer than that one, but it's pretty cool. Does this have a Duramax swap in it? Yes. Duramax diesel swap in this older C-Series Chevy truck. C20. That's pretty sweet. That had to have been an actual tough swap right there. That Duramax takes up all the room.
I'm gonna say it looks tight.
Nice turbo diesel. That is sick. Absolutely love that. That's pretty cool. This is a Renault 5 Turbo. These things are sick. So this car was never sold in the United States. People import them now. These are awesome. Absolutely awesome. French built car. You get a turbo engine. I believe these are also all-wheel drive. Renault 5 Turbo.
Last year, I think it was last year, that Stratos was here.
Ah, I saw that, yes.
Oh, you were
I
there.
love that. I'm starting to
Did
love.
you notice the back of it though? It's kind of funny. It's a little hard to see, but he fixed the spoiler with blue duct tape.
I love seeing these cars. These are great. Such a cool car. Obviously, too, and the engines in the back. Ah,
A
kid.
Night Rider.
That
A
is
Night
so
Rider.
cool.
This thing's awesome.
Oh, I remember watching this show. Look at that dash. That's so awesome. And it's actually playing in there.
That is so cool. I wasn't expecting to see this.
No, I like that. I miss watching the show. That's probably the best example. This is one of the cleaner examples I've seen. I like that it plays Knight Rider inside of it. Look at all those buttons. That's awesome. It's one of the nicest modern Cadillacs. Love the interior. Paint's flawless on this thing too. It's very well done. Whoever owns this keeps it clean. Yes, the CT, the Blackwing, CT5V. Love the carbon fiber right here. Look at those slug nuts. I love this color. And this one's a manual transmission too, so that's nice. I think this is a CTSV, not the 5. Yeah. Oh, it is a CT5. I'm pretty sure this is a 488, but let me see. Yeah, it is, because it's got the twin turbo V8 set up. So this is a 488. This thing is beautiful. Gotta love that Ferrari interior. Love the steering wheel. Very nice car. Yep. Be a lot of fun to drive. Yep, with a light bar in the grill. I'm kind of fond of these older Corvettes right here. The C5 Z06 in Millennium Yellow with the red interior. And this is a C4 Corvette, which is exceptionally clean. Oh, let's take a look and see what year this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, P, 9, 10, 5, T, 90, 95?
Beautiful Boss 429.
Oh my God, yes. Now, is it an authentic? No, it's not. It says Boss 429, but that is not a 429 cubic inch engine right there. That is not a Ford 429. Shame.
Because it's in his,
Does not look like a 429. Looks like a Ford small block. Beautiful. That's a beautiful car. I love this body style Mustang.
Nice Corvettes over here.
Yeah, you know, I haven't really looked at too many C8s up close, but let's take a look. Seems to be usually the general color you see these in, or that orangey color. And you got a Corvette C8 convertible. You got the Targa over there and the convertible right here. It'd be interesting to see if someone shows up with a C8 Z06 today.
Take a look at the engine over here.
Yes, yes. That's really cool. I love how the engine cover is color matched to the interior. I believe these are
little trunk
I
here.
believe these are 495 horsepower stock. This is the base model. Obviously, this one has electronic suspension dampening right there because we have sensors going into the shocks. I wonder if this is if I were to guess, let's see. I think this is a 3LT because you have the colored seats, the colored console, and the colored dash trim. So I think that would make this a 3LT. Now there's a car I absolutely have always loved. Second generation Viper GTS right there. And that sounds very Cammed.
Off early this morning, and I've changed the exhaust system on this. It's got stainless headers that go into high flow cats, and a Borla S muffler across the back.
That's a beaut.
Yes. Those.
And of course, the red caps, those are good for 10 horsepower each.
It's nice. How have you liked driving it so far?
I've had it for 2 years. I've got just over 15,000 miles. I love it. I've raced sports cars for 35 years. This is just so much fun. I do take it out on the track occasionally, and it just performs flawlessly.
That's a pretty large turbo on that. Black market parts. Definitely not stock. Nice looking BMW. The Fast and the Furious. And it's a 6-speed. I've always loved the dash on these things. It's very aircraft kind of inspired. Surrounds you. Absolutely love these cars. Okay, well, this is a first generation MR2. The body style is called AW11. However, that is not the original engine. This is a 2ZZ-GE out of a Celica GTS swapped in there. So you go from about 100 horsepower from the original engine to about 185, 190 if it's stock, which makes a huge difference in these cars. This is a MR2, a first generation.
What about this?
This is pretty cool. Yeah. Luxury for the day. The interior is huge. The seat, the car, I bet this seat literally is like sitting on a sofa.
Probably.
It looks very comfortable. This car is just enormous. But if you had one of these back in the day, you were doing pretty good. This was a symbol of, I would say, probably wealth or success. Everybody back in this era wanted to drive one of these. I would be willing to bet my Tacoma on the scale at work with me, and it's 5,000 even. I bet you this is more.
That wouldn't surprise me.
It's a big car, man. It's meant to be luxurious.
It has such a long nose.
These cars are enormous. Look how wide it is, too. It probably takes up an entire parking spot, every inch of it. But hey, it's cool.
Right?
It's just missing a set of bullhorns on the front.
Oh, that's great. I already got it.
That looks excellent. Limitless. It's got an Instagram.
That is a beautiful car. Is this what I think this is?
Lamborghini Huracan or Huracan.
Oh.
It's really good. I like the kind of like almost like dirt. I'm not sure what it maybe like a marble look to it. It's kind of cool. The tire piece looks pretty good too, actually. Matches.
Look at that front good shot of this. That's a beautiful, beautiful machine.
It's pretty crazy looking.
And then it's
I'd be
friend
so
next
afraid
door.
of like a speed bump in our area swallowing up the front end. But it looks awesome. Look at the carbon sign. Really well done.
That is a beautiful, beautiful car.
Probably the nicest Huracan or Huracan I've seen around here.
And then this is a BMW.
Sick, an aerial battle. Street legal go-kart, pretty much. With a lot more power than a go-kart.
Race car is safer than a regular car.
Aerial battle.
One thing about this,
Yeah, if we got T-Bone, we're dead.
one thing about cars that are really light, they get like they fly. They don't really
Yeah, when they get hit, they don't get crushed.
Isn't this thing awesome?
This is beautiful.
This thing is so cool. You know what's crazy is they actually have a version of it. This is the Atom 3,
Yeah.
but they have the Atom 500, which actually has a V8 in it. This very light little thing with a V8 in there. This one, I believe, has a Honda drivetrain. Like, I'm not super knowledgeable on these aerials. It is. It's a Honda K series engine. I was right.
Did you see that?
See the valve cover? I can tell by looking at it. It's a Honda K series and
Oh, yeah, I
a
see
Honda
that.
oil filter.
Yeah.
They all have the same oil filter. Killer bee. E-Type 4.2. So this is later because the 4.2 was the last 6-cylinder until they went to the 12. 66. So yeah. I
Yeah, here.
absolutely love the way these things look.
Got the McLaren to the left.
That's pretty sweet. 720. Ooh. That looks cool. McLaren 720S.
We got Porsche. What's
Yeah, I'm
this?
sure some other stuff has rolled in since then. This old Porsche right here.
I want all these old ones.
Love these old 911s. They do look really nice. Audi R8s. I definitely like these. Definitely plenty of these things rolling around. They look good. Oh my god, it's supercharged. Holy crap. The huge Kenny bell on there. This thing must be a monster. Very, very tight fitting interior, but
Mm-hmm.
for me, I would be hurting, but I'd still drive it. Dude, this thing's gotta be real fast. Wow. These were like 450 stock back in the day for horsepower, but this thing's got a pretty big blower on it. So why don't we just call it 700 plus? Here's where the engine is. It pops up. This is a very basic entry-level Porsche of the day. But there's a very rare version of these, the 914-6, that had a 6-cylinder. And you won't see as many of those, but you know what people like to do to these is they have kits out there. There's a place out in Nevada, I believe, where you can swap an LS into one of these.
Very clean.
It is a clean car. It's very small, so I can imagine some decent horsepower would really make it
Cool.
move. Another swap people like to do to these is Subaru WRX engines,
Yeah.
and that would be the ideal swap for me. Pretty cool looking little car. Blue, maybe? I don't know. Good looking car.
Mm-hmm.
One of the cooler modern cars you could buy, I think. Love it. Be a fun summer car. Nice. This thing sounded so good when it came in here. That is a big ass intercooler.
We hope to do another one soon, and stay tuned and keep following us. We appreciate all the support.
Yeah, have a good one.